The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. So Dalton now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He's going to field this at the 4. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Wilson on second down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
14.
On first down, Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Again, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Second down, Dalton. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where Every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. The 13 yards that time of the first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a give to Penny. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one good for 10 yards. And it's a second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
14, run it. Smart that, smart that. Right, 380. 14. Smart that.
They go play action with Wilson. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, four down. Shotgun. Hey, smart that.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Gotta go. I can't believe that you play. Right, check 51.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Gotta go. 3 down. Check 50. All right.
To throw again is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Still going. 4 down. 4 down. Tighten up. Tighten up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Lockett. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Julius Thomas, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, getting ready for something coming left.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Going with a screen for Murray. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Good.
Dalton here from the gun. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken near the 13. Spins away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Zebra. Gotta go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And able to work his way down to the 16. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Second half begins with a run from Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
4 down, 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Throwing is Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Run it. Hey, easy. Check 51.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got it with the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans Lions territory. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Go.
Penny, a first down carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Come on, tempo. Don't fix one. Check. Gotta go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Penny will try to punch it in, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Rashad Penny taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Here's Wilson. That is incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
52-44. Get ready for 57 over there.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
368! 368!
Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Over here.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, over here.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
36. Check 50.
They go play action now. Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. On first down, Wilson. It's caught, blocking. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shifts free at the 15. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a gain there of 11 yards. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A handoff to Penny. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Carson. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
4 down, 4 down.
95, 95.
57. 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. This time, the extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Murray. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
There you go, 368.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Tight dog, tight dog.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. 12, 12. 12. Kill.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
12, 12. 56, Mike, 55.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gotta go. Check. You. 14. 56, Mike, 56. Check, 56. Front left. Let's go, D.
Wilson to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, get ready for something coming left. 52-44. Get ready for 57 over there. Nice.
They'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Murray. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
They go with Murray again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. So now Dalton. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Still going, 4 down, 4 down.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ready? 14. 18. Gotta go. Come on, Dad.
Back to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for New Orleans, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.